Let me just try and generate a simpler case here. So there's one with references. This is going to be... Hold on a minute. What? Why is that only going to there? Oh, it's the idea that that didn't have all the information in. Yeah, I guess it was. Right, so let's use this up here. So this is our... Well, let me just also some text, just so it doesn't go too crazy. Right. So if I build that, right, that is our working thing for something with one annotation and one reference. So that's what we need for that. Now, if I break that by... Oh, hang on a second. Hang on, this should be broken, shouldn't it? Because there should be divs here. Shouldn't there? Surely. Oh wow, did that not make any difference to it? It looks like it didn't make a difference. Okay, so in that case, these two, I guess, are just redundant. Let me just double check. Right. No refs. Yeah, this is busted. Because I've put the divs back in. Now this is correct. It's called no refs. Annotate mid below some text. Then let's just give us a ref again. Why would this now suddenly... Oh right, yeah. Ah, interesting. So it wasn't well formed though, that was it? That shouldn't have passed. What's Firefox doing up there? Is that just the that's just the tab at the top. Yeah, that was interesting, because that wasn't well formed. I have to look back at that actually. And then that is busted. Gosh. Okay, yeah. I just need to figure out the logic of this stuff, don't I? So if there's no ref, or this is if there is a ref container. Where was the no refs one? Did I not get the source of that? It's unfortunate. So this is the refs version. Yeah, actually that's what I can do. I can get working versions of each, and then and then I can just try and match the actual code to that. Is this going to be working? No, it isn't. So I need to remove these two divs. And this looks correct. Right, so the only difference is in the refs version we need to build this stuff. And then we go into the annotator can. Oh no, sorry. It's well, it's down to there, really, isn't it? Yeah, because the annotator, this span is within the ref container. Oh, hang on, no, it's not. Sorry. This is the title. Yeah, right. So it's, if there's refs, we want this refs container here. Div class title. So for the no refs version, on the title, the episode name, the span class annotator. It's interesting that is indented there. Title. What if I just made a bit of a hash of all of this? Because I would have thought that, oh mind you, know the title is the whole thing, isn't it? And then we've got the span. So the span is the episode name, right? Div class rest container. Div class title. Why am I closing this here? Oh, because I'm supposed to. That's the end of the play. That's the end of the title. It only has to contain the episode name and the annotator. I'm just uncomfortable about them being misaligned, so just so I can parse it a bit easier in my own mind. Let us come in here. Span div class title. So div class title should be like that, and then we should indent for the span, and then it closes. Right, and then we should have so this is in the no refs version. If we've got a reference catch, which we haven't, we then want to come down here, and I just did that completely wrong. That's what I wanted. span opens. It opens a new one and it closes this span, all on the same line. So then this guy should be indented the same as the next thing. And then this should be like that. That should be like that. And that opens and closes on the same line. So then I think we're okay now. And then, yeah, this closing div here. Hang on a second. This closing div, this should be aligned with this, shouldn't it? I think. Blimey. Very tweaky stuff, and I was hoping like to just be able to jump right into this, but you know, you find a bug, you just gotta fix it, haven't you? Hang on a second. Why isn't shouldn't that close? Wasn't that closed div? Yeah, this guy closed div on the annotated container. This is a no refs version. What is in there? Test. Yeah, it's no refs. Did I actually build it? Oh. Did I build this guy even? There we go. So we've got an opening div, span, closing div, opening and closing div, opening div, opening div, opening and closing, opening div, opening and closing, and then closing the previous thing, opening and closing, closing. Yeah, cool. I think that looks how it should look. So then I need to actually get the other guy working as well, don't I? Somehow. So that was if there was an annotation index. So how did I break this then? I needed to, in order to make this work, test.com. More awesomeness. Oh, did I do the ref in the wrong place again? Yeah. So this is broken. So div class title. Well, I'll tell you what, let's do a similar thing and work through, let's indent these so they're all as they should be. So basically when we get the rest container, body open, div open, span open and close, div should be on, the rest container should be indented for, and then there's a few things that need to be indented for as well. So ref container. Refs container. So for inserts, opening and closing, opening. So then I reckon, since that's an opening, I reckon the next thing should be that. That's opening and closing. That to close the span. And then this should be on the same line, shouldn't it? And oh, hang on. Yeah, right. So A opens. Okay, that looks kind of alright to me. And we've already established that this is correct in the other case, right? So no refs. Refs. Right. I believe that this one at the end with the refs is correct. Yeah, it's got the double closing div before the annotated container. So that's all I'm missing. Right. So A is here. We need a closing div to correspond with this, and then one to correspond with the rest container. In the case that we have references. Right, so if we have references, we just want to do some more closing divs, don't we? Which I'm sure that's what I did. Right. You know, I'm sure that I moved those guys up to there. But it still wasn't. It was breaking the other thing then. Closing div. This is opening and closing, and then yeah, this should be on the same line, shouldn't it? It should be indented the same as that. So yeah, this is now correct. As well, I mean, obviously, as we can see from this. So I can close that, because that's for the refs. That was the refs. And this is the no refs, which I believe is correct as well. So I can go. So these are the two correct versions. Before this was failing, wasn't it? Wasn't it? So this is the refs version, right? Yeah, right. Hang on a second. Wasn't I just testing the refs version? Oh, that was no refs. Oh, dearie me. More testing, more resting, more testing.com. Bed, duvet. So this is one with a ref. I probably want to actually edit this in this window over here actually, so I've got this one free, so I don't have to keep closing and opening Vim. So here's one with the refs. Right. But the trouble, yeah, the thing was though, this was then failing. So we've got more than one ref. Oh god, right. Ah, hang on. Have I just done this in the wrong place? Well, I mean, hang on. For each annotation. Yeah, right. I see. Probably what I'm supposed to do is I do this for each annotation, and then once I've done all of the annotations, it's here, isn't it? Here is where I should be sprintfing some more stuff. So right, copy the buffer out there. Right, good. So I think I've nailed this. Reference index. So once we've gone through all the references, then what we want to do is we want to sprintf into the working location. And it's just these guys here. Yeah, sprintf into the working location. And then copy the working location out. Pretty sure that's all it is. Copy buffer, working to out. Ah. Well, it changed it a bit. Well, should we just pop it another thing out? I mean, this is a bit brute forcey, but what can you do? There we go. So they're all fixed now. Just double check that OBBG 014 is fine as well. No, and it is. Phew. Right. So that was the issue there. Very exciting stuff. I mean, at first glance, that looks fine to me. Well, it looks nicely indented. Now, was indentation at all helpful for me there, I wonder? It's tough to say whether it was even helping me at all. But now let's just try and figure out what's going on with the other issue. So that was in the case where we've got a where we close the node. This is a malformed thing. So well formed. Right. So if it's well formed, so what's happened here? Ah, we've got HMML. Well, what else have we done? We've claimed the buffer. So we've claimed the memory arena. Well, sorry. We've initialized the memory arena because that's the only thing that we need to actually deal with. So if it's not well formed, then we just... Ah, right. We just jump straight out, do we? Wait a minute. If it's not well thought... Ah, yeah, I see. I think. So I wonder if I was to do this in a list of things, would it actually still... It does still crash. How about if I do it the other way around? Yeah. So, okay, so if it's well formed, then we go in and we claim the buffer. And we've still got HMML here, so we need to free that guy. And that ain't going to be freed. Which is kind of unfortunate. Because we're talking about... I don't know. I'm just thinking how best to do this, though. I mean, what I'm thinking is, do I just need to test here if it's not well formed? HMML free it. If HMML well formed, then we do all of that. We do everything within these braces. Oh, hang on a minute. For each file, I'll tell you what. Yeah, I'll move the free down because it's for each file. I think that's fine because we are going to have to free it anyway. Yeah, cool. That's a point actually. That could do with actually saying something, couldn't it? If it's not well formed. Oh yeah, I can actually printf the error, can't I? The actual error. I'm not going to be able to do this, I don't think. To do that, well actually, it's the args file name. And then it's HMML. Is it just error? Let's see if it is. Oh, it might be just that. Ah, error message. That's right, yeah, true. So yeah, let's pop in the line number as well. That sounds good to me. Yeah. Cool. All right. So that wasn't too bad. We fixed a bug, and we fixed another bug. So yeah, that's kind of handy. Yeah, let's just double check that it's still actually building it sanely. Transferring data from YouTube, so we're just waiting on YouTube to just give us this stuff. This is all still looking quite nice, I think. Two bugs down, undefined more to go. Absolutely. Just double check that every G14 is still working. Yeah. How long was this episode? 2 hours 44 and no references. So that was just Sean being Sean and just coding like a pro. Although OBBG stb.h error, that cannot allocate an array of constant size 0. Yeah, which took him all of like 23 seconds to deal with. So yeah, let's return to Risky. Although maybe we want to use a test, but I think Risky will be alright for what I'm wanting to do. But before I actually do get on with what I want to do, I'm just going to have to take a short break. So I'll just be back in just a minute. And the 16 minutes, gosh. So if you want to think about some music that you like, can I show you kind of like a list of stuff? I mean, yeah, I used to have compile time assert trick. Ah, right, okay. Yeah, so it's missing some stuff. I just want to pick something from there. I'll whack it on. There's no votes. Okay. Yeah, I was thinking of Maybe the Electronic Superjoy soundtrack, that could be kind of cool. "51 minutes. So yeah, don't mind. Maybe Cave Story Plus. Oh, okay. Let's see. Cave Story. Now this is I always remember this is hilariously low quality. Yeah. So if we move Electronic Superdrive down, then we should get Cave Story first. Yeah. Or ESJ works. Well, how long is this in total? It's an hour and 35. That'll only take us to 1 o'clock. So I'm sure we'll get through both. So yeah, today it's styling categories. That's what I want to try and do. So we can't really see. Well, I'll tell you what. I'll let's open up Risky 014. Right. So I'm going to think to convert them to XM. Right. Ah, okay. Interesting. That's kind of cool. I wonder if these files are just straight up exports of his thing then. So in which case they're not actually low quality. They're just exactly the quality that they need to be. Yes, okay, so we've got some categories here. We've got a Blackboard category, and I'll also, can I just find the annotation system issues? I can also close these guys now that we know that it's fixed. Wow, got the old URL there. Am I logged in? Do I need to be? I don't think I need to be. So we're talking about category tagging. So yes. So as mentioned the other day, we've got these two types of category tags, medium and topic. So I'm going to hopefully try and do both of them today actually. And I think as a good test, I think we could start by doing the Blackboard one. I don't think we'll have a debugger category actually anymore. Q&A, yeah, we will have one for Q&A, and that'll be based on whether whether there was an author for the stuff, and in game there will be one for in game as well, because I have been tagging stuff as run. There won't be any in here because Mio hasn't actually programmed anything to run yet. So, oh, you want to look after the stream? See, I should read on to the end, shouldn't I? Org to XM. I will do that. I will check it out after the stream. It's kind of handy actually that opened in the other browser that I typically use, and it will just be there when I open it back up again. So yeah, the Blackboard. I think we could start by, start by doing the Blackboard, and potentially run. Although no, let's do just the Blackboard first. maybe do the Q&A, but we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. And I would really like to get onto these guys, actually, because I've got something kind of cool to show. And I think it should be I think it'd be cool. Yeah, so Blackboard. So let's open up out.html. What I'm talking about here is just, all I want to do is say, for the markers, I want to set the markers class to be equal to Blackboard, but I'm wondering though, if as well as doing that, I want to say like Risky, so that it has to match both Risky and Blackboard. I'm just not exactly sure how we're going to end up applying the styles to it. You know, whether we're just going to have like a global CSS file that all the annotations draw from, or whether we'll have like individual ones. I just don't know. But essentially that's all, I think that's all I'm talking about actually. Just inserting that. And then if there is that there, we go into here. So it's marker Blackboard, right? Hang on a minute. Where's the thing that has... Ah, here we go, marker. Yeah. Marker hover. So, yeah, it's going to be all these guys, really. These are the things that I will have to sort of replicate. So, yeah, it would be like... Oh, actually, just remember that the Blackboard thing is actually kind of cool as well. Because I did play around with some styling for it. So there will be a point when I'll just be able to kind of pull the Blue Peter, here's what I prepared earlier trick. So yeah. Background colour. Let's just copy all of those. Marker contents is hover, so it's marker hover. Is that correct? Yeah, I think it must be. So marker hover and Blackboard. Hang on. Right, I think that is how you do it. Is that right? Marker current. Well, I'll do it. Do we need some Blackboard starts? Blackboard. Right. Oh, hang on a second. Yeah, of course. I don't want to actually comment it all out. Sorry, yeah, that's what I want. Let's just see if that kills it. It doesn't kill it. So, right, so if we've got a Blackboard, so the background, let's just change this all to something totally crazy. Kind of weird that it just picks the stuff after the hash. After the yeah, that is a hash. Right, yeah, so that isn't how you do it. So mark our oops. That's hover content, isn't it? Just double check that I'm actually using the one that's got the blackboard bit in, yeah. So div class marker blackboard. Okay. Blackboard. Yeah. So marker, yeah, I mean content should be interesting. I wonder why this isn't I might have to go and research some CSS stuff here. So yeah, this thing up here, right. So div class marker, this marker is a blackboard. Ah, hang on. So it's got to be div class. So it's got to be the marker blackboard, and then it's got to be the content. Yeah. Ah, hang on. Unless that's perhaps. There we go. That's how you do that. So I just need to take away. So if in all of these situations, it's just that, wasn't it? Right. So it's I need to put marker blackboard. Right. I think that's correct. So let's just tweak these. What dot marker dot blackboard content would be great. Spaces and everything. Seems to be. I think the one thing I'm slightly wondering about is whether I've got this one correct. And also maybe these, I might have got that incorrect as well. So let's change that to black. How do I get that? It's if it's the current one. Oh no, it's not. It's if. Right, yeah, that is correct. Okay. So yeah, right. I suppose now's as good a time to actually get the cool stuff in. Just double check that is gonna do, yeah. So yeah, right, here we go. There we go. So yeah, so I obviously don't want it to hover like that, but like, where's Mio got some blackboarding going on? Okay, so this intuition is blackboarding. right? So as you can see from his blackboard, right, he's got like a white background and he's got these horizontal lines to look like graph paper. And I have managed to actually I've managed to figure out some CSS to actually do that. I mean, to be fair, I did actually find how to do a grid of some description. Well, I've like tweaked the values, obviously. But I think that looks pretty sweet, if I say so myself. It's now just a case of styling all the other stuff. Yeah, I bet it's super super tough to make out. If I bump up the transparency, if I bump this up to like 64, should be a bit clearer. Yeah. I think 16 is an appropriate sort of level to go for that. So yeah, I need to, on hover, right, hover blackboard content, the background colour. I could do with bumping up the background colour. Oh, actually, it is actually off-white. I think I've used cosmic. What's it called? Is it not cosmic blonde? Is it? What's this colour called? Cosmic latte. Yeah. So I suppose technically, I wonder if that would be a sufficient colour to use for the hover. I wonder. And then have this as actually white. Yeah, I mean that kind of does work actually. Ah, right, when it's playing, it changes the colour of the text. So, yes. Let's see if that actual colour would be okay for it. And also, if that is okay for it, we wouldn't need to set a different colour for the blackboard. Would we? That's kind of funky. So yeah, when you set the colour the same, it just looks like it's being submerged in water. Yeah, I don't suppose we want that, really. It does look cool though, I think. So yeah, I think that it didn't take effect, did it? So I need to take the other current. Is there any other current ones? No, I don't think so. So, where's this one? So if I just yank that. Is that right? No, it's not. Colour. Ah, hang on. Maybe I'm referencing... Yeah, I'm probably referencing this wrong, actually. Yeah. Okay. So, yeah. Interesting. So what does this actually look? So that goes to that colour. It sort of looks highlit. So it goes back to the original colour. Am I still online here, I wonder? Yeah, I think I am. Don't know why YouTube isn't loading though. So yeah. That doesn't look great. Probably want it to be dark, I would suggest. Stream is fine, alright, cool. Maybe like a, I don't know, like a dark navy, maybe? Maybe this colour here, maybe that would be appropriate for the current thing. I wonder if I can just nab that from somewhere. That would open the wrong browser. Yeah, right. Can I just download this? I think that's kind of reasonable, I think. So I suppose it's just a question of getting these other things looking kind of alright. Faded content. So we've got that. Of faded content. Ah, right, that's that, is it? So it goes back to black, does it? So progress, yeah, that's got to be this, isn't it? Let's put that back to black. And I wonder if, well, background colour. Actually, yeah, that could be that, potentially. Yeah. Or maybe go white. Yeah, let's try going white with it. That's kind of cool, actually. That when you just overwrite it with capital R, it just gives you a nice indicator as to where you're up to. In terms of when you overshoot the semicolon, you can just backspace out of it. Alright, I think that's looking kind of sweet. Just love the work that Asaf has done on this, like, with this lovely smooth scrolling. Just capitalise that, just for niceness. And then this was this is the blackboard thing. Done that. We've done this, so the only thing left is the faded content, isn't it? And then we can actually work on actually implementing the stuff. Right, I see. So the way this is going like that, and then it's like a darker version of the progress. Let's see. And that's the progress. So okay. I wonder if the background colour... I need to do RGBA. Oh no, it's just a faded version, isn't it? It's a faded version of the progress. So let's just oops. Let's just get that in RGBA actually. RGB, right, 42, 49 and 114. I think that's how you understand that. (42, 49, 114). 42, 49, 114. And also make it go white. Go on YouTube, you can do it. Yeah, I think that looks sweet. That looks really nice, I think. Yeah, I'm super happy with this. So, do I still see... I don't see the gradient still, unfortunately. So, yeah, that's unfortunate. So that was with the current progress context. Do I have to use the gradient each time? I wonder. That would be unfortunate if I do. So yeah, it's just the ones that I change the background colour on, isn't it? Progress. Might need to change the colour of the actual grid as well. Yeah, because that looks a bit funny. I wonder if... So yeah, interesting. that could be white. I think the grid could be white in that situation. And in this situation, it could maybe be black actually. Let's just see. So that was on progress, wasn't it? So the background colour is that. The background image is going to be, right, okay. So we need these same values again. 42. It's these guys. Is that what I said? For the... No, it wasn't, was it? I was saying the progress should be white, wasn't it? And then the hover should be black. So yeah, that looks kind of sexy to me. And then when you're hovering, hover the blackboard, so it's the faded one. This should then be black. Oops. Well, maybe that was right. Like, I think that hover is okay. I think it's alright to have the grid the same colour as the unhovered one. That goes along. And then there's all that. Yeah, I mean, I think that's alright. We might have to play around with it and see how we feel about it as we keep using it. But I think that looks kind of sweet. Right, I'm going to generate the CSS from a base colour. Let's see. Yeah, I mean, gosh, I mean, so the colour that I picked, yeah, I mean, I went and picked I picked this blue, didn't I? Which is this colour here, which I used here and here, and here. But then I suppose the other ones were kind of hand-picked, I think. So I don't know. Magic anybody, if you have to add many selectors for each marker, maybe it could work. Yeah. I mean, this faded one could be generated, because all this faded one does is take the same colour as it takes the same colour as the progress, RGBAs it, and makes it more transparent. I can see that being a bit of an issue though. Oh well, actually I can see it being a problem that we want to solve. I mean, I sort of envisage streamers being able to set the style themselves. It's just a case of like how many colours you want to allow them to pick, and then like for the background image, they could even do the background image as well. Like I don't see a reason why they couldn't just do this sort of thing in their on their little profile page. So yeah, I mean, that's something that we want to sort of deal with. Also, I wonder if, while I'm here, should I try and make it risky business specific? Or, well, I don't know. No, let's not. Let's not go with that. Let's just get the blackboard thing working first, right? So, the out.html, the only difference there was for each marker, if there is a category blackboard associated with it, then just slap blackboard after the marker. Yeah, I was saying here. Right. Or, well, not even for the reference count, it's really for... Oh, that's unfortunate. So, right, okay. Before doing any of this testing, I first of all want to say... Yeah, right. So, in both of these situations, so this is a situation when we've got the reference, and this is when we haven't got a reference. In both of these situations, we are outputting div class marker, data timestamp. Right. It's only the reference that changes, it adds the data ref on the end. Copy string to buffer, so this guy, yeah, right, so this guy's using the text, so that it's still building up the text. Div class content, div class marker. So for each annotation, you want to sprintf into the working location, div class marker and data timestamp, I'd suggest. Yeah, I think that'd be reasonable. And then just pop a closing thing on the end of it. So just make sure that when I do the ref version, I just don't end it with the closing chevron. Right, because I need to leave this guy open so that the ref can actually come along. But also, I also need to... I also need to check if... I need to check if there's a category. And if the category... I need to check if the category matches Blackboard. So... Wow, it's getting a bit tweaky, but I suppose what I could do is... First of all... Sprint after that. Yeah, sprint after this. And then do... So yeah, and then write this out to the thing as well. Right, this is a bit finicky. Do that, and then write it out. So what do I do? Copy, copy buffer from the working to the out. Right. If there's a category, right. If there's a category, then do that. Otherwise, and then either way, we want to just say that the value at out dot pointer plus plus is equal to oh, actually no, we could actually then build up all of this. So we say then sprintf. There's a very good chance that I'm making a hash of this completely. The only thing here, I just want to remember to, I'll tell you what, rather than trying to remember to do this, let's actually do it. Oh, there's a time. Oh no, I don't need the time. So I need that, and then I need a new line. So the new line is also just a character. For some reason that didn't get taken down with me. Right. Right. Hang on a second. Why am I using else? Why am I using it? Oh yeah, because I was doing both things, wasn't I? So I don't need else. I just need to make sure that I do this. What? Hang on a second. Where am I writing to here? They want me to be writing to... sprintf into the working location. And then copy that into the text. Ah, okay then. Alright then. Suppose like that. Ah, right, yeah, this is where the text location gets used. This feels wrong. This feels wrong. Because it isn't the text I'm talking about here. This thing is sprintfing into the working location. Sprintf into the working location again. I'll tell you what. I'm not 100% sure if that's correct, but I should be able to know that though, shouldn't I? Surely I should be able to know that. Right. It's just sprinting into the working location, yeah. Oh, hang on a minute. And then it was supposed to copy the string. Ah, right. Copy the stuff in the in pointer to the text. Right. Oh dear. So let's just redo all of that. And we were supposed to put that into the working pointer. And then we're supposed to do this, weren't we? Copy string to buffer. Weren't we? Oh dear. This is a bit stinky. Maybe I'd just continue and see what breaks. Pretty sure there's going to be a copy string somewhere here. Copy buffer, wasn't it? But I can't remember what it was now. Well, let's go back. Copy string to buffer in pointer to the text. But that was wrapped in an else as well. So we want to do div class marker. If there's a category, then we want to bump more categories on it. And then output data timestamp. So we're going to sprintf. Yeah, let's actually do the test. So if HTML, annotations, annotation, index, pretty sure it was just like category count, wasn't it? No. Marker counts. Marker type. Remember, right. Annotation count, metadata. Right, so in metadata, video metadata, remember Twitch project title part. Ah, it's not that. Okay, so references, marker type, annotations, markers. Right, yeah. Marker counts. Reference count. Ah, interesting. Okay. Marker counts. Interesting. So I know that it's metadata. Oh, sorry, no I don't. I know that it was the markers, wasn't it? Yeah, right. So yeah, if there's markers. And then for each marker, I want to say well, that's less than this. I want to increment the marker index. And then we want to say if it doesn't, if this string doesn't differ, right? So let me do my strings differ thing again. Otherwise we just return. Well, I mean, blimey. This might be incorrect, but let's see. And let's see if I can get back to where I was as well after I've done this. If strings differ, Mark text. Wow, okay. Then I want to sprintf into the work. Yeah, sprintf into the working and then copy it into the out. Right. Yeah, right. So that doesn't have to be anything like that at all. If strings differ, if they don't differ, blackboard and the text of that marker. This will probably end up being a case at some point, actually. This doesn't have the space before it. Right. You want to do that, and then copy that buffer to the out. If there's a marker count. Right, and then either way, after we've done that, we want to output the space to the to here. To here. Right. So sprintf into the working location. So this is, it was the space before it. Blackboard, yeah, right. Marker didn't have a closing quote. Right, closing quote, data timestamp. Why is that indented to there? Ah. And then copy to the copy buffer. So put it in the working. So copy buffer from the working to the out. Although this is where the text is getting built up. If there's a reference, then this guy wants to, it wants to sprintf. Yeah, that. Without the closing thingamajig. we want to sprintf that into the working location. And I think that might be it actually. Let's see if that builds. Actually, I just called it HTML category. You might just test that type is HTML mark category in case there's a member called Blackboard. Well, but right. Okay, right. A member called that or Blackboard. Nice one. So yeah. So what was it? Category, wasn't it? Blackboard. So for that. Interesting. So if Blackboard and text. The marker index text. And that the type is HTML marker category. HTML category rather. I see. HTML category. Oh wow. Just didn't like to I'll just type it manually then. Can't be too lazy in this world, can you? Should we try it? Plus it dies. How does it die? Is it ASCII string Blackboard? Oh, does it not like that? Strings differ. Yeah, it doesn't like that. I passed it the... That's unfortunate, isn't it? Do I just need to car star it? Oh, hang on a minute. My function might be busted. Mightn't it? That could be the problem. Because I haven't actually tested the function. Let's just get a test thing open. Oh no, and I'm just like revealing some stuff. Actually, yeah, strings differ. What did I call the file? Compare. Okay. So that's how it dies. All right. Right. So that's busted. Totally busted. How's it busted? Data timestamp. Yeah, right. So that's got too many of those. There's a blackboard there. So mark a blackboard. Data timestamp. There's too many data timestamps being output. Data ref. Then there's just like a great big div class in this guy for some reason. Yeah. So I made a bit of a boo-boo of that, unfortunately. I think it's probably too much to ask that it would have worked first time. Look at this though. Lass is just sitting there. Class equals marker. That's interesting. So that I'm incrementing. Well, yep. Keep incrementing that there until we get to here. Didn't I leave a note somewhere? Ass equals marker. This was wrapped in an else. I think that might look even more incorrect. Yeah, right. So let's just let's look through this a bit more carefully and just see. Actually, let's also use it on the test one, and let's actually give the test some category to play with. Oh, did you see that, by the way? That was like building the thing. Oh, actually, yeah. No, that wasn't interesting at all. Because I'm not actually using HTML to YouTube as the build thing here. Or am I? Video come up? Yeah, I'm not. Why am I not though? Hang on. Oh, it's just bash. Thought I'd made that. Oh, maybe I didn't make it always work on HTML files. I keep trying to do it. so that's how you do that. Some text. So this is well, data blackboard to say. Is it just the case that after the data ref, there should be a closing thingamajig? I'm sure that isn't the only problem. Data ref. Oh, I was always I was fussing about this a lot, wasn't I? Thinking like which is the right thing to be using. So what is in the working buffer at this point? So we sprint after into the working location, the data ref, and the annotation index. And then for each of these, we want to say, while the offset is less than, while the text is less than the offset, we'll output the text. Oh, hang on a second. We haven't closed the data ref, have we? Oh, but yeah, this is just building the text, isn't it? Why don't I just close the data ref before building up the text, I wonder? Is just obsessed with ass. Div class, marker blackboard, data timestamp. Hang on, let's just see what happens if there's no blackboard actually. Oh, no, it's actually test, isn't it? So that is also busted. That's kind of nice to know. Data ref, yeah. So I think it is just this little situation here. I don't think that's well. I'd say that. No, maybe that is right. Kind of. It's more right than it was anyway. So that was wrapped in an else, I said. How did data ref equals that get printed out there? How did that get printed out? Does this whole work as well, I wonder? That'd be funny if it does all well, maybe not. What did I try and open? Oh, moretesting.com. So it is all working. That's so funny. Oh no, it's not all working actually because this progress isn't correct. So where is data ref equals 0 coming from? That's happening up there. Data timestamp. If there's a reference count, which there apparently is, we need to. Oh no, that's right, isn't it? Data timestamp. Let's just have a look at the actual outside HTML. Yeah, just a ref just sitting there. So here's another situation where we've got the indentation to actually guide us. So this seems to be all alright. Annotator container. Yep. So the player container. So we come in. We output all this lot. Markers container. Marker timestamp. Is the only issue here that this shouldn't be there, I wonder? Well, actually no, maybe this needs to be within, well, no, a second. Oh no. Yeah, maybe that needs to be like this. Is that the only issue? I wonder. Not quite, because it still isn't doing the progress bar stuff. Which is a bit unfortunate, isn't it? Oh, sorry. Yeah, it is. It's just it's going so slowly because there's only one annotation. So that is all working. So the only so the problem was after the data timestamp, I was closing it before doing the data ref. So there's the data timestamp. Is there another instance of that, I wonder? Sorry, yeah, this is the reference thing at the top, isn't it? The data ref, data timestamp is that. Put that in the working location. Oh, hang on. With them romping over. Oh no, yeah. We did point that into working location, then copying that into the working location, into the out. So the endpoint to be the text. Then we're claiming some memory for the text. This other text here. If there's a reference count, then we want to append the reference, the data ref, to the data timestamp, right? And then for each of them we just pop on some more stuff. What happens if I just if zero this at the moment? surely I need to do this somewhere at least. The extra that and that are written too soon. Right. Did I build that? Yeah, right. So now it's put that there, correct. So data ref. So where's data ref getting written out? Is it just here? I wonder. Yeah, it might help to actually build the stuff. So that ain't making any difference. Working pointer. Oh, hang on a second. It is making a difference. So why is that red? That's my question. Data ref has got a thing before it. Where's data ref? Where are you, data ref? Yeah, right, okay. Interesting. So with a bit of luck, this is correct now. And that is highlighting that. So now let's go to the other version. There we go. Right, that's correct, isn't it? When this guy actually starts to play. So to make it look a bit more impressive still, yeah, dude, there we go. So we've got the references in there, we've got all the blackboards in there. Now I think actually for risky business, I think the regular actual annotations should be a different colour as well. What's going on down here? Interrupts. Why is that being output? That's weird. That ain't correct. There's too many 4. Yeah, oh gosh. Yeah, there's all sorts going on here. That 3 is being output. Read forum thread. Oh wow, yeah, there's all sorts happening. And the I verses are hints on regarding hints. Yeah, right. I'm making a right hash of this somewhere. Yeah, look at this. Data timestamp. So that's being output twice. Not null terminated. Yeah, again. This was wrapped in an else. Else without previous if. Okay. And that was because that else was associated with this up here. But I think, yeah, right. We don't need this to be else because we're accounting for all of this stuff up above. Data timestamp. Let's have a look at data timestamp. Empty file name. So that cannot be duplicated. So it's got to be this little guy here. It's not going to be this because that's nothing to do with it. Right. We're inside a for loop. Oh, sorry, this is for each annotation. That's fine. We'll just print a flatboard. Then copy that. If they're not, then we want to close the class tag, write out the data timestamp, and then copy that buffer out to the working equals out. Then we set the in pointer to be the text, and then this is where we're building up the text. I wonder if we're writing out the working out again incorrectly. Yeah. Is it just I just don't need that, I wonder? Well, there's no red in there, is there? I can't see any red. Yeah, it's still not exactly right because I've got this number popping up all the time. Read about walk through clear CSR again. Yeah, it does feel like a null pointer missing issue. But what would not be null pointer? So it's the text, isn't it? Copy string. Copying stuff in the in pointer to the text. Copy the text. Text location. Yeah, so this is the text that we've built up in this loop up here. pointer to the text. What's in the in pointer? In pointer. The in pointer is the text. Oh right, I see. So that's basically that's writing the rest of the in pointer out to this thing. What are these guys doing? What is where's out pointer up to? Out pointer is equal to the location. Oh, actually, it's going to be, yeah, we need to write the out, isn't it? That's what I'm looking for. So we've copied working to out. So we've copied the data timestamp out to the out here. So we've copied all of this stuff out to it. So this is like the leading bit. So put it into the working location and then copied it to the out. Then we've done class marker without a space or anything. And wrote that out to the out. And then here, if it was a blackboard, then we put the space and blackboard, and then out. Here we go. We've got working location again. We put the closing quote and the space and the data timestamp, and write that out to out. And then here we set the in pointer to the text. I want to be building up the text. The actual the text buffer rather. The text buffer. Yeah, okay, that seems reasonable to do that out there, I think. If there's a reference count, then we put the data ref there, yeah. Sprintf working location, data ref. Ah. Do I need to flush that to the out? I probably do, don't I? Don't I? What's out got again? Out has got the data timestamp. And that, I think that can have the data ref following it. Does copy string to buffer advance the pointer? Yeah, you know what? No. It doesn't, does it? Sorry, copy string to advance the point. It advances the destination pointer, yeah. Doesn't it? I think that means it advances the destination pointer. that isn't a bug. Right, I was just wondering about that, wasn't I? Copy buffer. Because we sprint after into the working location. The data ref. I don't suppose that was going to be used if I don't copy it out, is it? Where am I writing that? Working it out. Am I supposed to do that and then do this stuff? What is happening here? In pointers to the. Oh right, yes, that's just flushing out the rest of the text into the text thing. For this guy to then come along and copy in. Why is his null terminating there? That's the problem, isn't it? That is our problem. So yeah, you were right, I think, about the null termination. Probably. There's no red. Recam set the stage for the day. Intuition on 2's complement. We are counting with zeros. 1 and 2. Yeah. Yeah, that was it, wasn't it? It was the null termination. Wow. Gosh. Good call, dude. Good call. Where's that? Where's the karma? So yeah, there we go. That's kind of nice, I think. We've got this actually working now. Is that the style that I said? Did I say it should be? Did I say the text should be white underneath this, or should it be? Oh, it's the It was the grid. The grid is black under this. That's what it is. Yeah. So it's 1:15. We've managed to do the blackboard. I'm just going to do a bit of a sweep past actually and just clean up some nonsense. Because I put some notes in there. Well, actually, hang on a minute. Before I do, actually, let's just double check that it does actually work on all sorts of things. Test.html. So that's still okay. Bed duvet. That seems fine. What else can we have? OBBG slightly different. Where is he? Every region? 041, 014, what's it saying? So yeah, there's no blackboard in Nothing's Land. And there's no references either. Good old Sean, just keeping it simple for us. So that was testing the no references and no blackboard. We've tested the blackboard and reference. What's in test again? I think that was both as well, wasn't it? Yeah, reference and blackboard. And if there's no reference, let's just double check that this is okay. Yeah. And then if there's no blackboard, it's surely got to be fine. Yeah, I mean we know that's fine because that was what Sean was saying. Okay, yeah. So yeah, let's do the cleanup. Definitely need to get I3 on the go, by the way, like Captain Craft. Because it does look a very nifty and kind of just all round usable tiling window manager, I think. Whereas like with this, I'm kind of like jumping around and like, where am I? Especially when you've got stuff like Firefox on the go, because you like, you know, you're alt tabbing and you're also kind of jumping between minimizing everything to the desktop and kind of showing the desktop and hiding the desktop, all this stuff. I3 might simplify all of that for me. So yeah, then copy buffer. This is wrapped in an else, and yeah, so we dealt with that because we're wrapping it all into the stuff. Tell all things with I3, not just yeah, exactly, yeah. So I'll point to that, and then that. So, I mean, just a little note about this actually. I wonder, like, what people in other languages or other programming styles would do for this. You know, would they do like a whole like string copy to do these two guys? You know, like would they include like whatever string.h and then call string copy on just these two characters? I mean, I don't know, but I find this kind of just really kind of handy. You know, like if I've only got to do one character, out plus equals that. Well, it's a lot of blank. Does it? So out pointer. Wait, no, surely not. It can't be. That can't work in C, can it? Not C. Okay. Interesting. I mean, that does suggest to me that it is a language that has the notion of pointers. I think. Could be wrong there. Yeah. So I think we've established. Oh yeah, I was going to through the pass, wasn't I? Just cleaning up stuff. Let's just finish off doing that. So I didn't come down here. I was just all up here. So we've got the is quote stuff still there. Still need to deal with that. Div is, yeah, we still need to deal with this as well. In fact, let's make that a to do. Consider removing the ref index class if it ain't needed. That is still a note. Yeah. Okay. So the only function we introduced there was strings differ. Okay. I was just thinking back to PPIC lessons there, and your ridiculously kind of like compact logic. I think that was in the compare. It was in at least one of the exercises. Yeah. So how long have we been going? 2.5 hours. Okay. So yeah, I probably should stop actually. I mean, I think I'm satisfied that we managed to get at least some of this stuff, at least the Blackboard stuff in. Maybe also the Blackboard, the bottom border for the Blackboard could be not as dark, maybe. In C with a standard lib, you could do out.pointer. Hello, Captain Craft, hello. Just mentioned you just a moment ago, actually. You could do out.pointer equals, yeah, string copy. Is that an alternative too, though? Right, interesting. Yeah, I mean, I suppose in this case we actually need the null terminator anyway, so that would have been kind of handy, I suppose, wouldn't it? Where is the null terminator? There it is. Yeah, I was talking about this, wasn't I? Oh, right, actually, yeah. So out.pointer plus was equal to that, and then that. And then, so it would add a null terminator to out. Interesting. Maybe that would be okay though, because the next thing that happens to out is that working gets copied into it. And I guess you can write onto a null, can't you? Captain Craft is famous. Captain Craft, you're like the star of the show. I have to call out point with point to the null terminator. Yeah. What plugin are you using to use the vertical line instead of repeated usernames? Oh, okay, right, yeah. So this is let's see. Blimey. I don't think it's a plugin, I think it's just can I search for this, I wonder? No, of course I can't. Repeat, am I even typing that in? I am typing that in. User. Oh, it'd be under look, won't it? I think, maybe. Same nick, there you go. So, yeah, it's WeChat look WeChat look prefix same nick, and then I just use that line. So I could change that, right? If I just change that to be, well, let me just set that first, so I've actually got the character in there. Yeah, just make sure that I'm not going to definitely lose it. Right. If I set it to that, then yeah, then it just changes those guys. So that's what it is. Oh, and also, yeah, it's a good job I did save that, because I would have lost it. See, there's activity down there though. Oh, it's Captain Craft. Okay, wow, cool. So yeah. Another call to string copy would overwrite it, which is probably what you want. Yeah, that is what I would want, yeah. So yeah, since you've just joined Captain Craft, I'll show you what we've actually managed to do. Managed to get this thing going. So this is the annotation player. And you can see there were some references here in this lovely little thing. You can jump to the actual time code that the reference is referred to. And unfortunately you can't actually hear it because Firefox doesn't play nicely with Jack, so... But is it Yeah, Firefox. So I can't even hear it either, but I know that you won't be able to hear it as well. But yeah, we've got the references up there, and if... Oh, I'll tell you what, is that broken actually? Ah, it is broken. Because this should actually be lighting up. So yeah, there is a bug in here. So recommend code by Child Petzl. So it looks, so it recommends. Yeah, right. So after data timestamp, that should have the ref index, shouldn't it? Data time, what was it? Data time stamp. Yeah, right. Here we go. Sprintf working location. Data ref. So this isn't getting written out, is it? Data ref. Yeah. So sprintf data ref working location. Sprintf data working location. Yeah. So I think the working isn't being used here. Yeah, it isn't. So I need to copy buffer from working to out, don't I? Data ref. Data ref should be the last thing, shouldn't it? Yes, it should. That's the problem. That is the problem, folks. Because the entire thing, right, the entire thing was that this would kind of fall through. It would do the marker first. So for all of the annotations, it's going to do this little bit here. And then it would check if there are any categories, specifically the blackboard. And then it would add that part of it on. And then it would add the data timestamp. And then it would check if there are any references. And if there are... Oh, hang on a minute. No, that isn't right. No, that isn't right. Sorry. if there are references, it needed to output the data ref, and it needed to actually output it. After that, then we do need to do the out pointer thing. I think that was the only problem. I just wasn't flushing this out to the out. Let's just check if that is the case. Yeah, that was it. And then you can see that it highlights that. Likewise, you can jump down to there. It's like that there. Wonder if there are any blackboard things with a reference. Yeah, there seems to be. I do seem to remember that there was one of them did though. I think it was like can't remember the number, but it's when, yeah, here we go. So the GNU assembly syntax, so that all works nicely. So if I go on here, that all lights up nice and it references that. And that's kind of cool, highlighting like that. Yeah, so I think that is all working now, finally. And it's just because of this, I forgot to flush that out. Yeah, it's kind of nice actually having this copy buffer function now, because it just makes it look more kind of coherent. You know, like every sprintf is accompanied with a copy buffer. You can kind of see there's like this pairing going on. Apart from up here for some reason. Well, no, that's there as well. Copy buffer. So there's another pair of it there. So yeah, I suppose I could actually just kind of bundle that underneath like that. Copy buffer. Reference index, yeah. Give a space between that, I say. Sometimes you could do copy buffer F, which works as sprintf plus copy buffer, and learn varargs in the process. Yeah, right. So you just basically sprintfing straight into the out, basically, aren't you? That'd be interesting. I mean, you will still need the buffer to actually write into, wouldn't you? You would still need the... Yeah, you would need the intermediary buffer, wouldn't you? You will need to get a VA list and then call vsprintf with it. Hang on a minute, varargs. You could do copy buffer f, which works as sprintf plus copy buffer. Oh, do you mean like to do multiple sprintfs, maybe? Like, that would be where the varargs part of it comes into it. Copy buffer, what's happening here? Out pointer is equal to the out location. Working. So we're copying working into the out. That was a sprintf up there. Oh, okay, right. Let's pop that up there. I think that'd be correct. Left allocation. Right, yeah. Claim buffer working. So it's copy buffer F. We need to take multiple args like sprint F, copy buffer. Buffer desk car. FFT. Format. Oh right, yeah, sure. I see, yeah, because sprint F has to take multiple args. Gotcha, right. Since copy buffer we need to take multiple args in the same way that sprint F does. Gotcha. So, yeah. Sprint F, what was all there? Copy buffer. What's happening there? Where's working? In this situation. Working is up there. Claimed memory. Take away the text size. Okie dokie. I see. So here I'll just declaiming it as quickly as possible. But I'd like to keep the copy buffer with the sprintf. And then we've got sprintf working location again, which is all of this lot. And then it's copy buffer. Cool. Alright. So that looks reasonable to me. Oh no, I've broken it. So let's just undo all that stuff. What had I broken there? Is it just that? Well, no, maybe not. That was unfortunate. What? Oh, there. Out pointer is equal to out location. Could it just have been that broke it? No. Oh dear. Oh, hang on. I didn't build it. So that looks alright. Okay, interesting. Out point is equal to out location. Out. Oh yeah, that's a point. Yeah. So yeah, the out pointer does get moved along. Wait a minute. I don't need that at all, do I? There we go. That's more like it. That was another one of those situations where I was doing that previously before I had the function. Right, let's go and do that, all that stuff again. All this super kind of obsessive kind of deleting of lines and pairing stuff up. Claimed memory. Yeah, so this is okay to go there, I reckon. Just double check. I'm sure it will be. Yeah. And that can be paired with that. And then we're sorted. Alright, cool. So let's just double check one more time. OBBG. This also works. No references. Alright, cool. So yeah, we've been going for like almost 3 hours. So I'm gonna call it a day. Unfortunately it started dropping frames at the end. I didn't see any drop frames last time I looked. But yeah, is that the end of the soundtrack? No, not quite. 10 minutes. I'm going to call it there. And return to it tomorrow. If this table stays in one piece. And my kneecap for that matter. Yeah. So yes, I think we succeeded quite well there. Although this video doesn't actually show it off. Actually, let's use 12, because I had both of the things going on somewhere. Where was it? Or was it 14 that had them both? Yeah, it was 14. Yeah, so there we go. So we've got the styling. Today we have accomplished styling the blackboard. And we also actually wrote the style as well. And I think that was pretty sweet, gotta say. Pretty happy with that. So I think the next things we can look at, it's going to be styling again. I think we can look at styling the categories. What other topics were there actually? Oh, there was the run topic, wasn't there? Oh yeah, maybe we could do the run. Although there isn't a test case for that for this. You know, if we do the run, that would be the same place as the blackboard. It'd just be a test for that. Yeah, it'd just be duplicating this little if, basically. If strings differ with blackboard. Although, we might want to do the case thing. PPICSS. Starship. Practice programming in C Starship. Are you talking about this? Starship, practicing programming in C. Yeah, okay, so what was it? It was a run, wasn't it? So blackboard run, switch. Just thinking CSS is in. Oh, right! Dude. That's kind of nice. Standard CSS. I think we've actually used all of the risky CSS, haven't we? Yeah. Oh, and I also did spoilerize very, very briefly something else for the category. The category topics. So yeah, I think once we've got all that in, we've got the blackboard already. Once we've got that and the run, oh, also the like the questions asked by users, we want to style those a bit differently as well. I'm not sure if there are any questions in here. Well, basically for that, I'm sort of thinking that the text will be preceded by the member name and a colon, and also colorize the member's name, and then the actual text I think could potentially be in italics, or it's surrounded by quotes. So we'll see how that looks. And then also if we've got that kind of colouring of the name as part of the process, then we will be part of the way towards doing the category tag as well, the category topic. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, actually let's just push this now. Then we can call it a day. How long have we got? 5 minutes. Oh, it's actually we've got just about